followed by Foreman making some headway in the white cap on the right, and then Cerium is close up, a bit skew with their Racing Demon under pressure from Tamaran, Blur and Artia. Further back is Miss That and Don't Be Shy. Mid-Dancers tailing off with Code of Honor. Down to the second last, Monet's Garden on the right. On the left in the pink cap, Voy Por Ustedes now laying down a challenge. Wild Passion was down on his nose in third place. They're followed by Cerium. They run round the final turn. Monet's Garden being very strongly pressed by Voy Por Ustedes, and the 5-year-old comes through to take it up. Monet's Garden tries to fight back on the far side. They're clear of Wild Passion and Foreman, racing for the final fence. Voy Por Ustedes, oh, brilliant jump at the last, really stood off it, almost too far back. Monet's Garden is trying to rally. The leader's just edging left-handed towards Monet's Garden. There's a length between the pair. Voy Por Ustedes, Monet's Garden is fighting back, 50 yards to cover. Voy Por Ustedes and Robert Thornton wins the Arkle from Monet's Garden. Foreman. The top of the hill. Third is Sportsline. Summersby getting closer all the time with Ozana. Then Captain CB also making headway now into 6th place. McCoy just asking him though as they start running down the hill. Further back, Kikave, Fontaine, I'm Delilah, Walcombe Folly, Kangaroo Court, Foster's Cross and Riverside Theatre is right out of it. Very disappointing as they run down towards the third last. Riverside Theatre, Stable Companion, Mad Max on the right of Sizing Europe. Mad Max led to Sizing Europe. Ozana over in third. Summersby now coming under pressure in the dark green jacket from Captain CB, and then Sportsline. This is the second last in the Arkle. Sizing Europe on the left. Mad Max on the right. Mad Max clouted it hard and very nearly unseats Paul Carberry. The initiative is handed to Sizing Europe with Ozana up the inside. Summersby's trying to stay on behind these in fourth place as they turn for home, and it's Sizing Europe by 3 lengths to Ozana, and then Mad Max and Summersby switch to the inside, continuing to stay on under pressure, but Sizing Europe going best at the last. Sizing Europe 2 lengths only, a little bit slow. Ozana is chasing. Summersby on the far side. They race up the hill. He's idling in front, Sizing Europe. Ozana and Summersby there, snapping at his heels now. 50 yards left to go. Summersby is closing. Sizing Europe is all out and needs the line, and he finds it. Sizing Europe wins the Arkle.
Green and Finian's Rainbow 1 and 2. Stagecoach Pearl in third place. As they take that now with Gizeo making up ground, and just looked as though as a Medamit might have missed that fence out there on the far side as they turn. Captain Chris is making good headway, but Finian's Rainbow leads him to the top of the hill to 4 out in the open ditch. From Dan Breen second, Gizeo, Captain Chris back in fourth place. They're followed by Relt Dove. Medamit is next. There was a mistake there by Gizeo. Captain Chris not all that fluent at it either, and Medamit is feeling the warmth of Chock Thornton's whip now and making heavy weather of picking up these leaders. Rock Noir has dropped away, so too has Stagecoach Pearl, and tailed off is West with a win. So Finian's Rainbow and Barry Geraghty leading by a couple of lengths now to Dan Breen, Tom Scudamore in second place. Gizeo, Timmy Murphy stalking on the outside with Captain Chris next as they make their way down the hill towards the third last. Relt Dove, Medamit is responding under Chock's urgings on the outside. Here's 3 out. Finian's Rainbow, terrific leap there, and he's really in full gears now. It looks over his shoulder, Barry Geraghty. Finian's Rainbow from the driven Dan Breen. On the outside is Gizeo, followed by Captain Chris, who now starts to stay on as they come down towards the turn, towards the home straight. No fence here at this point this year. They've moved that to the home straight. Still 2 to jump. Finian's Rainbow by 2 lengths. From in second place, Captain Chris. Relt Dove is third, and then comes Gizeo. Medamit's trying to stay on. Here's the second last. Finian's Rainbow taken on by Captain Chris, who's really motoring down the outside. 1 more fence to go in the Arkle. Captain Chris and Finian's Rainbow together. Nothing between them as they settle down and scrap it up. On the near side, it's Captain Chris and Richard Johnson from Finian's Rainbow. Barry Geraghty, they've kicked clear of Relt Dove and Medamit, and this is going to go to Captain Chris in the colours of Diana Waitley for Philip Hobbs, and Dickie Johnson wins the Arkle.
To the grey Alpha off as the big 3 huck up as they go towards the final open ditch, and it was Alpha off who stood a mile off it. He almost banked the fence. He was comprehensively outjumped by sprinter Sacre around the outside. Q-Card took it in second. Alpha off is now in third. Menorah still being ridden along in fourth. Black Stair Mountain, and 10 lengths away is Foil Dove, and now they begin to make the run run down the hill. 3 fences to take in the Racing Post Arkle of 2012, and Sprinter Sacre at the moment goes into a league of his own. He's already gone clear by 4 lengths to Q-Card, who's giving chase in second. Menora is staying on. Alfroff has been ridden along. The third last, big and bold Sprinter Sacre led by 5 lengths to Q-Card and Menora. Alpha off, and then Blackstair Mountain and Foil Dove is tailed off at the back of the field, but seemingly only in second gear. Sprinter Sacre begins to make the turn back towards home. In second place now is Q-Card. A length away is Menora back in third. In fourth is Alpha off as they swing the final turn in the Arkle, and Sprinter Sacre is out in front. Q-Card is trying to come back at him in second. He's now only 2.5 lengths away. Over in third was Menora, who made his first significant blunder, racing down towards the final fence. Sprinter Sacre comes to it now. A spectacular leap. In second place was Q-Card. He's got 3 lengths to find, and racing inside the final half furlong, Sprinter Sacre, a perfect 4 out of 4 over fences. With disdain, he wins the Arkle and gives Nicky Henderson his 40th winner at the Cheltenham Festival.
He's travelling pretty sweetly still. He's now disputing second with Arvika Legionnaire as Overturn leads him towards the ditch over on the far side at the top of the hill. Overturn the leader, Simonsig, much better leap by him. Bailey Green third. Arvika Legionnaire was tardy at that, lost a little bit of ground and seems to be weakening out of it in fourth. Followed then in 5th place by His Excellency. Looks as though Arvika Legionnaire is going to be pulled up by Ribby Walsh. Majala is well outclassed at this stage, as indeed towards the back is Tap Knight. But now the race is on. Overturn heading off down the hill, being chased now by Simonsig. Followed in 3rd place by Bailey Green, who's not too far off them. Neither too is His Excellency, who's running a big race for one of the outsiders here as they head down the hill towards the 3rd last in the Arkle. Overturn in tight, hit it hard. Oh, and it's a bad error. Also a mistake by His Excellency in 4th. Arvika Legionnaire is that right out of it, has been pulled up as Simonsig now takes over for the first time coming down the hill under Barry Geraghty from Overturn 2nd. Bailey Green looks the threat now. He's also running a big race. Now goes into 2nd place in front of Overturn as they turn for home in the Racing Post Arkle, and Simonsig has put daylight between himself and Bailey Green. He goes up by 4 lengths. Here's the second last. Simonsig, great leap from Bailey Green in 2nd place. His Excellency is staying on for 3rd. 1 more fence to go for Simonsig, coming up towards it now. Got in a bit tight, but he's over it. He's clear by 2 lengths, but Bailey Green is coming back at him. Simonsig has got to pull out a bit more here. Bailey Green, a big threat on the near side. Barry Geraghty getting serious on Simonsig, who's really driven out, but will collect the Racing Post Arkle in workmanlike fashion. Beats Bailey Green into 2nd.
Brato Valtat, Sail by the Sea. Godzone has maneuvered into 4th place now. Here's the big ditch. Underso over it clear by about 4 lengths. Vibrato Valtat is chasing. Godzone goes into 3rd. Sail by the Sea is next. 3 Kingdoms and Joss's Hill trying to get into it on the inside for Barry Geraghty pushing along. Court Minstrel is saving his best work for the latter part of the race as he tries to get competitive in the green jacket. But as they turn the left corner on the top corner of the track here, and down the hill they come, getting a bit of momentum going, and Underso has got them really stretched out here. Dunraven Storm is now tailed off. They're coming down towards the next, which is 3 out here in the Arkle. Underso, steadied at it by Ruby Walsh. Another beautiful leap. Vibrato Valtat got in a bit tight. Godzone is challenging him for 2nd. Joss's Hill moves into 4th. 3 Kingdoms is next. And then the others really struggling to try and pick up this leader. Underso comes down the hill now. Long run before they get to the last 2 fences. Godzone now goes into 2nd place within 2 lengths of the leader. Then comes Vibrato Valtat, followed then by Joss's Hill, who continues to battle away as they turn for home here in the Arkle. It's Underso in front, comes towards it with the lead of 2.5 lengths. Godzone on the outside looking pretty dangerous though as they go down towards the final fence. Underso now has to dig deep here. He leads by about a length from Godzone. Joss's Hill in 3rd is staying on powerfully. Up the hill they go. Underso is the leader in the Arkle as they race inside the final furlong. He's clear by 5 or 6 lengths, and it's going to be 2 out of 2 at the festival for Mullins and Walsh. Underso makes every yard most of the way and wins the Arkle comfortably. Godzone is
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.